an empty chair.
Good morning. It's a very different morning here at Morning Live. The empty chair where Vuyo used to sit for 14 years.
It was Morning Live's final gesture to honor the charismatic anchor.
It's Monday morning. Now it looks like we are having a rather overcast.
Many grappled to compose themselves.
At 30% chance.
Behind the scenes, many remembered the larger-than-life figure.
And they used to call me the best Jimmy Jeep operator. Although I'm not the only one around the country, but he used to like our shows.
The SABC interim board expressed its condolences.
We are reeling in shock as we thought Vuyo has so much to deliver in this country. He was one of those journalists who held values of journalism at a very, very high esteem.
Mbuli's family received his body in Bloemfontein today. They were joined by the Free State provincial government. With the family's permission, the SABC visited the Mbuli home this morning. Friends and family gathered in mourning.
We'll never forget him, just like in Swahili they say mwalimu, and that is a great teacher. So a great teacher's presence is felt in their absence. Teachers never die, a great story never dies. Vuyo has touched so many lives, and that will remain with us.
Mbuli started out as a teacher before the broadcasting bug bit. He made his mark as a consummate professional, both in and out of the studio. In his private life, Mbuli was a dedicated father. As an avid runner, he was training for this year's Comrades Marathon. He is survived by his wife of 16 years, Savita, their children, Siposihle and Sitenkosi, aged 15 and 13. It's the lighter side of Mbuli that will linger.
Andile, you don't say sharp sharp anymore, eh?
Sharp.
Hey,
Gillian Pillay, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Indeed, difficult to watch. With us in the studio, Vuyo Mbuli's co-presenter on Morning Live, Leeann Manas. Leeann, it's been a tough day for Vuyo's colleagues here at the SABC, but even tougher for you, I imagine.
Yeah, it has. It's been one of the hardest days I've ever had to go through. I never thought that I would have to do something like this. When I woke up this morning and I put on a black suit to come to work, I didn't ever think that the black suit I'd be putting on was for my co-host. It was devastating. Really sad day.
Leeann, have you managed to interact with Vuyo's family, and how are they coping with this?
Yeah, I went to go and visit the family and pay my respects on Sunday, and as you can imagine, they're devastated. You know, it's very fresh. It's such a sad loss and such a big loss. Such young children, and I saw his mom and his dad as well. And you know, when I walked into that room, they just saw me and burst out crying even more, because I just think, you know, I suppose when they saw me, they saw him, and everybody that kind of knows Vuyo.
Because Leeann Manas is synonymous with Vuyo Mbuli.
It is. We've become that way, I suppose.
He used to say on his radio show that once he went to a petrol station and someone said to him, "How are you?" And then the second question was, "Where's Leeann?" And she said, "I'm not sure. She's probably at home."
I know. Let me tell you something. We would joke about it, and we joke about it all the time, is that it didn't matter where I was, even if it was a Sunday night, when I was with my family at 8 o'clock in the evening, and it didn't matter where I was, it would be the first question that anybody would ask me when they saw me. "Hey, Leeann, where's Vuyo?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm responsible for him between 6 and 8 in the morning every weekday. Other than that, I don't know where he is. But you know, we had an amazing relationship, and my sympathies go out to his family, because the relationship that I had with him was an amazing friendship and an amazing relationship on air. But I can imagine those that were allowed to get even closer to him, and what they're feeling now. You know, my emotions pale in comparison. I'm unfortunately mourning in front of a camera, but their mourning is behind the camera, and really we have to feel for them.
You shared the broadcast stage with him for 9 years. What are some of your fondest memories?
There are many memories. I mean, I've done so many incredible things alongside Vuyo. I've learned so much from him, and you know, I think I said it on air this morning. I've spoken so much today, I don't even remember. But I know that, you know, I was speaking about the fact that even from last week I was learning from him. There wasn't a day that went by when Vuyo I didn't take a lesson from him. He was the consummate professional. I would sit down next to him and I would watch him in awe. I would watch him broadcast and interview people, and he would switch between being serious to being fun to laughing to interrogating people, and it was incredible. But you know, some of the fondest memories I think was possibly one of my very first broadcasts with him. He made me feel relaxed, at ease. He made me feel at home because I was a guest in his studio, and from that very first day he held my hand, and we never stopped holding hands since then, because it's been good. It was good. It was really
He's
good.
a vibrant character, very accommodating, as you were talking about your interaction with him on your very first shows. But also he would rope in the studio crew, wouldn't he, and say
Yes.
and say to the nation, this is the best cameraman in the world, this is
Yeah.
our jib operator for the day. How's the team coping at Morning Live?
It was very tough this morning. Everybody was devastated. You know, when I walked onto set this morning, there was a silence I've never heard, because it's never quiet. You know, people always feel sorry for us for getting up so early in the morning and coming to work. But you know, when you walk into the building, it's like it's the middle of the afternoon, because it's, you know, there's so much activity and there's so much vibe. But this morning it was quiet. There was nothing. Everybody was devastated. We didn't know how we were going to do this, and you know, I made sure that I got on set this morning a half an hour early. And the minute I got there, and you'll know what it's like when you arrive here, there's an earpiece and a microphone, and whenever I get onto set, the team have already put an earpiece for me and an earpiece for Vuyo and a mic for me and a mic for Vuyo. Our scripts are there, and there's two of everything. But this morning I walked in and there was one of everything, and I just broke down. And then I really realized he was gone. And I think the realization set into the team. So we're taking it badly, but we need to move on. You know, we are the national broadcaster, and everybody is behind us. That's why we were there this morning, to just show the nation that we're gonna continue going and be strong. And he would want us to do this. He would do it for me, and I know we're gonna do it for him.
That definitely sounds like Vuyo Mbuli. Thank you very much, Leeann, for your insight and your time. Much appreciated, and strength to you and the Morning Live team.